I don't appreciate that we keep silence on a lot of things that we don't want to pursue. But there's different ways to do it. Like for me, you don't hear me rallying up in the rah-rah sense. But I write articles. I make sure that
there's different ways to do it. There's different ways of doing it. But there's people prefer your way. They say, "Oh, you're more respectful." There's the biggest disrespect that you can get is when you got a council member that says, "I speak for you," and they don't speak for you. I cannot be more vocal than my own council member because then I'm the council member. Well, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, you should be at least as equal as me when it comes to being vocal. They don't say anything about this guy. They don't say anything. He's an anti-Semite, he's a communist, he's a socialist.
Well, I'm going to throw something back at you. So when Zoran won the primary, I was one of the first individuals to make a public statement, put it out there. That's one. Second, I held one of the biggest rallies that we had for socialism in the Bronx.
Yeah,
right?
but you're not in office yet.
I know. And this is the thing. My goal has always been to give them a platform to unify others. Now, when it comes to, let's say, nonprofit stuff, it's easy to get them to rally on that. When it comes to politics, it's not. Now, that's the disconnect that I feel that you feel as well, adamant about. Now, pay attention. My goal is to try to push so that we put the leverage on them to have to speak. Like, once again, if I can get,
you could say publicly, you could say like I say.
This is the
You
way.
could use nicer words if you want.
This is the way that I
respect. You could put a statement out, and you could say, "I respectfully ask you to tell your district, hold a press conference." Mama Rana could do it on her own. She don't need nobody else.
I'm not trying to go specific just for. I'm talking about all of us.
I'm from 13. That's why.
I'm quoting all of us. So this is like if I can get an endorsement, if it happens from Trump, that's huge.
Yeah.
If I can get an endorsement from Trump, why can't I get it from a local politician?
They're not giving it to you.
Why? Well, if I did, then I would mention it. But my point is, how many of these elected officials do you see taking pictures with the candidates, talking with the candidates, working with the candidates? None. The reason why I'm different and I have legislative work is because I've gone through the nonprofit route to get that. So if it wasn't for the nonprofit, foundation that I have, a lot of these things that I do or say or have done would not be as big or effective to the community.
If you have a nonprofit, you can't endorse it.
No, of course not. But that's not the point that I'm making. Just because when you step aside to the nonprofit, you can help pass legislation by bringing a cause to light. Like for me, student veteran homelessness. Now there's other things that can be done, but I'm not trying to be specific right now. What I'm trying to show.
The best thing you do in city council is you get a bill drafted and you pass it.
Well, it's
becomes
not that easy. It's not that easy.
Well, I know.
Well, you draft the bill, you get the bill, you have to get the sponsors on it.
Yeah.
You have to deal with the administrative part. Which a lot of people don't talk about that part. Where you're a city council person and you're, let's say, the Republican, right? You're one Republican, you're 6 Republicans out of the 51 Democrats. How you have to get them to have to sponsor it, then you have to deal with
They got bills. I got bills.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
got bills
I'm not
drafted.
saying. You can get drafted. You can get the person to throw in the sponsor legislative or start the legislative. But that doesn't mean the Democrats are going to back it.
I know.
That's a problem that we have.
That's a problem with Mama Rana.
No, once again,
she wouldn't even give me a meeting.
Once again, you're going specific for one person. Now you can go from, and I understand that.
I'm from 13.
For me specifically, what I want is increasing our numbers, to increase our candidates, to increase our votes,
But
so that we have.
That's like future goals.
Yes,
What about right now? What about right now?
You deal with the right now. I do mine right now as well, but my goal is to the increase in all over the future.
How do you put pressure on these council members about
this is
not being vocal?
So this is what I would say. You already know I have the structure, foundation, and basically the face of what they're going for. Why not back me more on those things that I'm doing? I'm not saying you have to, but I'm saying that's a venue for you. I can't tell you what to do. I always throw my hand out there and say, hey, if you want to participate, you guys get my emails, you guys get that stuff.
I supported Adams. I supported a couple of council members. I'm cool with Bob Holden. When we needed a support letter, he gave us a letter. My own council members did not give me a support letter, so we could sit down and have a meeting with the president of 32 BJ.
Now, there's other venues to go.
Holden did that.
Now, there's other venues to go. One, I would say, reach out to more of the district leaders. There's also party members, party leadership. Not to put pressure, but to get more of a stance. Because if there's a disconnect,
You're telling me to be a politician. I'm not a politician.
and in the end of the day, for movement to be made, these are the steps that we have to take. And if you want to go straight to the top and go that route, I'm not gonna stop you.
Time is precious. No, everybody gets a chance with me. Everybody. You see how I'm talking to you, right? You see how I'm talking to you? Everybody gets a chance with me.
What?
Would you guys like some water? Well, obviously you're allowed to.
No, we're declining. Appreciate it. Never know what's in the water. Listen, everybody gets a chance with me. We don't. You think we're some nut job that become yelling in the street? We don't do that. They all got everybody that I went after. They got an email from me.
We talk personally, and we've done business together. So there's that relationship. All I'm saying is, we have to find a better way. Not only you, me, everybody, to get to not only Marmarado but the other individuals in council.
You know the council member that was there before Marmarado, Marjorie Velasquez.
I know of her. I didn't know her.
She gave me a meeting. She heard.
So that brings up a lot of questions.
There's a lot of vanity. I'm gonna say the things that people don't talk about. There's a lot of vanity. There's a lot of me. There's a lot of you're in the media, you're in interviews, you're in TV. You're not a celebrity. You're not a celebrity. You're a public official, and you forget that.
A servant of the people.
That's right, and you forget that. You're not a celebrity. You're not a celebrity. You gotta let that shit go. You gotta let that go. You gotta serve the people, and the way you serve the people is by being vocal. And you can't be vocal. If there's people in the district more vocal than you, that's not good. That doesn't make you look good. You know what I mean? You gotta be factual. You gotta know how to. You're gonna offend people. You're gonna offend people when you say things. You wear a Trump hat and you offend people. I don't say nothing. And I had a Trump hat. I was maced. I was maced for holding a Trump hat. I was pushed in the eye because I was calling out Zoran Mandani.
Look, I know for me it's not been difficult being like today. I was at a rally, right? For end veteran poverty, and I just went there just to be present with the community. And I was very fortunate that they mentioned, and these are all Democrats. These are what's his name? Assemblyman Davis was there holding it, and one of the speakers pointed out that's Gonzalo Duran running for public advocate. He's a Republican, but that was the first time in a Democratic setting that I wasn't moved or shoot away. So that was a big, we're making steps.
I'm 55 years old. My whole life, they say vote Democrat, they're going to help the poor. And that is the biggest crock of shit. That's how I say it. It's the biggest crock. My mother died believing that Democrats were going to help the poor. But we know otherwise. The Democratic Party discovered or created the Ku Klux Klan.
Yes,
that is well known. There's so many things that people, they're just hoodwink, straight out hoodwink. This thing that Zoran's doing with free this and free that, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do none of that free stuff. You can't do none of that. But we got all these young people that are probably like 25 years old now that were in their diapers when 9/11 happened. And we got people in the streets yelling free Palestine. Even Zoran Mandani is saying free Palestine. And Marmarado and Vicky Palladino and the Common Sense Caucus are quiet. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. This guy is yelling free Palestine, and what the other ones doing? Say nothing.
Now I understand you're fixated on those individuals.
I'm not fixated. It's not fixated.
There are other individuals that are trying to take positions in office.
Like who?
I mean, you got a room full of that are running, that are candidates. I would say put some investment in them as well. Not saying that you haven't, but I'm
supposed to get a meeting with Athena Clark. Okay. I spoke to Jimmy Wagner. We're ready for a meeting with Athena Clark. Nothing happened yet. He said, I take him for his word. But our focus is transportation. Our focus is the taxi driver.
Yeah.
But we'll reach
there
out.
Has been a large number of individuals from the taxi limousine that have committed suicide.
I got the list. I got the whole list.
And it's not with the new. I want to make it very clear that I am against the AI that they're putting in New York City. If you want to do that in another place, outside of New York.
Well, look at this solution. This is not about selling autonomous vehicles. This is about taking our industry.
Yes.
So you take our industry. What do you take? You take the trips. So you do a trip, it's $30. I do a trip, it's $50. Imagine the trips that I've done every year. So every day. 1 million trips per day. That's where the money's at, and that's what they're going after. You can create an autonomous vehicle, but you have no right to take our industry. So what you do is, we'll finance that vehicle. If it's that good, we'll put it on the road. We'll put the diamond stickers, we'll put everything on, and we'll put it on the road, and it'll be our vehicle. We save the business, we save the industry. The tax money stays here. It doesn't go big tech, and they can still sell their driverless cars.
I'm sure they're going to pull me up soon. I just want to make it very clear. This is something I want to circle back another time, okay?
Oh, people first, brother, not technology. It's incredible. It's incredible. They want you to be a politician and not an advocate. Hey, Curtis walk in?
No.